This driver had a podium finish a week ago in car number 70 from Manchester in the Bartkowski Motorsports machine. The driver is Glenn Bartkowski.
In the 10th starting spot, the DP Motorsports car from Tallinn, Connecticut. Keep your eyes on this driver. It is David Arroyo.
Last week's winner in car number 88 from Indian Orchard, Mass. In the Provost Motorsports car, here is Dwayne Provost.
Limit Motorsports brings us to 59 from Wethersfield, Connecticut for Ryan Clement.
Car number 87 will be driven by R.J. Surdell from Manchester. It is Surdell Motorsports and Jam Motorsports car.
Another graduate from the Dare Stocks, the Don's Home Improvement, number 36 from Willimantic, Connecticut for Kelsey Rodino. Rain is out. Feature event for the limited late models. Go properly into turn number 1. Pretty much evenly matched, but Justin Brenn has a slight advantage as they head down the back straightaway.
And Albert Saunders trying to keep him honest as they bazooka their way into the fourth quarter for the first time. Settling into third is Jesse Hines. Good battle between Paul Aroot and Norman Sears.
No question about it. Sears is already starting to show a little muscle as he's coming to the front of the field. David Aroot makes his presence known on the outside as he follows Sears down the back straightaway. 5 cars run single file, then they start to double up. One of the 20 circuits are now complete.
Nobody passed more cars a week ago than David Aroot. Right now he's perched on the outside of Cliff Saunders. That is a battle for 7th and 8th. At the front of the field, the lead is owned by Justin Brenn, but not very far away is Albert Saunders, a two-time winner in his rookie season a year ago.
Paul Aroot doing a fine job in the 4th spot. He's applying the pressure to the Jesse Hines machine. Meanwhile, the number 64 car, also a factor, is Austin Bissett. Challenges for 2nd. All of a sudden, the 04 of Saunders gets a little bit loose, and here comes the Hines car. With him, Paul Aroot. Great run with that black and neon number 82 car. Paul Aroot looking very racy, looks for an opening at the bottom. Here comes Bissett and Sears. 5 cars contending for 2nd.
Paul much more competitive than he was a year ago as he is holding tough in the 4th spot, trying to jitterbug his way underneath Albert Saunders. That is the 24 of Jesse Hines, and Hines is able to polish off the Saunders car and move into 2nd.
No doubt about it as they work their way to the bottom of turn 1. Here comes Paul Aroot. Nice move, clean pass, takes over 3rd. Paul Aroot is on the podium with car number 82. Here comes Bissett, working his way. Awesome Austin is up to the 4th spot as they come back to the line. 6 laps, and car number 9 goes spinning directly in front of David Aroot. That's the number 9 car of Andrew Hayes. Hayes is spun to the bottom of turn number 4 with the number 9 car. Can't get it fired up.
Trapped in the grass.
Right, and that will bring out the caution. So 6 circuits into the record books. Car number 6.
A graduate of the Dare Stock Division, as is Albert Saunders in the 04, and a 3-time champion is behind them, Norman Sears.
That's right. Sears, of course, is getting the bugs out of that car. They worked very, very hard over it. And usually keep your eyes on David Aroot. He doesn't usually come on strong until about the halfway. And then all of a sudden, second half is game time for David Aroot. And that's when he really starts to come through traffic rather impressively. And that's what we seen last year, and we saw it on Sizzler Saturday. Let's see what's going to happen as we're about ready to get them fired back up. These are the limited late models for their main event, and the green flag comes back out, and it's the color blue at the front of the field. Brenn's still trying to hold on, but Jesse Hines, the Crazy Bruce's liquor store car, is right there on the outside mat.
And he is almost all over him like a tarpaulin as they go into the 4th quarter. Trouble in the turn as the car goes in the wrong direction.
That's the Provost car that won on Sizzler Saturday. Everybody's headed in the noise. Off the turn, Brent is a little bit shaky, the early leader, with car number 66, as David Root runs in his tire tracks as they head to turn 2.
Well, it's the second half of the race, which means it's David Root time, as this is when he does most of his damage, trying to look for racing room and elbow room underneath the 66 of Justin Brin. It looks like Paul Root's car is getting better as he narrows a gap that separates he and the 64 of Bassett.
He closes up that gap rather impressively. It is about, 2 car lengths. Now, all of a sudden, Brin gets a second win. Here comes David Root. He's up to the top 3. And Jesse Hines, who led for a short time, sets in 5th. Here comes David Root. On the podium, car number 28. Up into second is still Paul Root, and now trouble down into turn 1.
And a car, I believe that is Barkowski in car number 7.
And
that is really close to
I think is also involved. Yes, it is, Matt. For Jesse.
We are just about ready to turn him loose. The front row made up of Austin Bassett on the inside, Paul Root on the outside, Justin Brin and Albert Saunders in the second row. 2 rookies in the field. Currently, Kelsey Rotino is 11th. And the other rookie, Cliff Saunders, is running 9th. So we are getting ready to turn him loose one more time. A very critical restart with 8 laps to go.
No question about it. Bassett on the inside. Paul Root, nice to see him as a big factor. In this one, as they come off turn number 4, they'll be evenly matched. Tim Bennett looks him over. The green is out. It is Bassett by a nose. Paul Root trying to get it to the bottom of the racetrack. Brent now moves in as Bassett's car goes up the hill. Car number 64 perhaps has a tire going down. All of a sudden, Paul Root also has a mechanical low with car number 82. Heartbreaker there, but when they come back to the line, Brent, the early leader, is back in command.
So the top row was in the twilight zone, and taking over the lead is Justin Brin, and he is being chased down by Cliff Saunders. We didn't talk about him that much for the first 10 laps, but he has become one of the blockbusters, narrowing the gap. It's a popsicle stick separating the 2 drivers.
They are side by side. They rub. They swap a little paint. Off the turn, green and white emerges as up front. American Sleep Bearing. Car number 4 is your brand new leader. It is at the front of the field. Challenge is on for second. We said that Provost was out of it. Well, we lied because he's now challenging for second.
Boy, he has come from the wilderness to move into second place. So they choo-choo train their way into turn number 1. Provost, last week's winner, is in second, and the man he's trying to catch is a rookie, Cliff Saunders.
There is less than 5 circuits remaining in this one. Here comes Sears. He now moves in. Tries to take over the 3rd spot. That'll put Sears up on the podium. Bren shifts further back. Andrew Hayes had a problem earlier. He is back to the front of the field. And Austin Bassett lips off the racetrack center stage. Heartbreaker for him as well. Back up front. Leader is still car number 4. American Sleep Bearing is the sponsor. From Stafford Springs, Connecticut, Cliff Saunders, the leader of the pack.
And he spent the first half of the race in the shadows. He is now in the spotlight. And a man very capable of corralling him will be that 88 car, Dwayne Provost. On Sizzler Saturday, he got his 3rd career victory, and now he trails by about the length of a rowboat.
This time, when they come back to the line, 2-lap marker will be given. 1 mile left in the competition here. Leader is still Saunders. Provost is hunting him down. Battle still raging for 3rd, 4th, and the 5th spot. But down the back straightaway, Saunders has got his hands full. Provost would like to make it back-to-back victories, but Saunders wants to be the spoiler in this one.
The top 2 drivers could fit inside a test tube as they rabble-rouse their way off the corner. 1 lap to go. Time running out for Provost. He might have some room on the inside. Trying to hold his line is Saunders. Shutting the door on Provost as they go into the 3rd corner.
Deep into turn number 3. Saunders still in the lead. Provost reels him back in. Green and white up front. They head off turn number 4. Provost is close. Close isn't good enough. And Saunders will take down the win American Sleep Bearing number 4. Finishing in the runner-up spot will be Provost with car number 88. Good run for Sears. Car 71 to finish in the third.
Into the dare stocks. And tonight he's back in victory lane. You know, sometimes you have to be lucky in this game. And when headaches started to torment the front runners like Austin Bissett and David Arute and Paul Arute, Cliff Saunders still had enough car left to make his move to the front, but it wasn't easy. Coming out of turn number 2, it looked like Dwayne Provost might possibly make a move, but Cliff Saunders had the veto power, who was able to protect his turf and grab the victory. And Norm Sears in third. So it was a great ending to a very eventful race. A lot of the leaders had their problems, but there were no problems at all for Cliff Saunders. And those Saunders twins, they are going to be a dynamic duo this season in the limited late models. Both work at American Sleep Bearing, which sponsors both of those cars, and their mentor, Tommy Butler.
And incidentally, Tommy Butler should be back in a couple of weeks. They have worked so hard to help this group out that they haven't been able to get their car finished yet. So we'll look forward to having Tommy, one of the all-time great competitors in our late model division, back in racing. Let's go down to Napa Victory Lane and meet our winner.
You know, Cliff, you always are a serious guy at the racetrack, and it's great to see you smile in victory lane. Congratulations on your win.
Yeah, thanks so much. I really didn't think I was going to win tonight, especially after practice. The car was a little bit off, and I mean, if you were to ask me or tell me if I was going to win tonight, I would say there was no way. This is only my 6th start, and after the way the last season went, was really glad to have a good start to the season. Never really thought I would have won the second race of the season. The car was just awesome. I really need to thank Barry Fluckiger, who set my car up. He's not here tonight. He just had surgery this week, so need to thank him for all his help. I also need to thank all my sponsors: American Sleep Bearing, BA Museo, Johnson Memorial Medical Center, Rob Davis, my mom, everyone on the team, everyone who helped me out. I couldn't have done it without them.
Well, Cliff, you got them all in. You did a good job. You won the race. What else could you have? A great way to start our Friday night season.
Yeah, thanks.
Congratulations. Well, Dwayne, you were there, and you weren't there, and you were there, and you weren't there, and second place, not a bad place to finish, but it looked like you almost had enough at the end.
Yeah, it was a really good race. Car is really fast, and one thing that these guys know racing is vision. If I can't get around you clean, I'm not going to get around you. I mean, I'm going to race you clean and get it. And I think maybe a couple more laps, I probably could have got something, but I just wasn't there. So car was really fast, and I look forward to a great season this year. So far, it started off pretty good.
Well, I'll tell you what, all those people that help keep this car running must be happy as well.
Yeah, I'd like to thank, first of all, my sponsor, Gus Coelho, and he started in dare stock on the pole today. It's great watching them race, and he helps me out a lot. I'd like to thank Donnie at Rad for all the power under the hood. It's awesome power this year. Buzzy for the transmission and rear end, and of course my brother Derek for helping me out, and my family for putting up with all this nonsense.
And you for giving us a great show for second place. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Well, the storm has settled on the podium once again. Norm, wow, dude, third place. Not a bad way to start off the season on Friday nights.
Yeah, not too bad. The car's real bad. It's evil. We got some homework to do on the car. I got to thank Bob Tails of Summers, Sears & Sons Landscaping, my wife, Barry, Corey, all the guys, Napa for coming on board this year with Stafford. This is awesome, and I'm glad to be back here.
No, Sears, it's great to have you back here. Go and fix your car and come back and race again next Friday night.
I will.
That wraps it up down here from Victory Lane. We'll send it back upstairs.